Stories of Journey to the West, Chapter 5.
Wukong's in heaven. He gets this amazing title, Great Sage Equaling Heaven.
The text says he doesn't really care about rank or salary.
Not at all. The source is specific. He just notes his name, feels totally free. It describes his life as basically eating, sleeping, no worries.
Nothing bothering him, just free and easy. Sounds nice, but maybe not very heavenly official-like.
Exactly. And that freedom is where the trouble, or potential trouble, starts brewing, according to the text. It mentions his social life, meeting friends, making connections.
And he connects with everyone. The source says, regardless of status, he calls them all brothers.
Yeah, the text lists this incredible range. You've got the absolute top-tier gods like the Sanking, the four emperors.
But then also, the 9 luminaries, 5 commanders, 28 mansions, heavenly kings, earthly branches, 5 elders, stars, river gods. Like, the whole directory.
He's just wandering around treating everyone the same. Which, in a place as structured as heaven is described here, well, that stands out.
And makes the celestial bosses nervous. The source points to Yu Jingyang noticing Wukong as idle and, maybe more importantly, mixing with everyone.
Right. And here's the key phrase from the text, the real worry. Well, there's this fear that his idleness will actually cause trouble down the line.
It's not just that he's doing nothing, it's that doing nothing might lead to him doing something disruptive. Proactive management needed.
Precisely. So the solution proposed in the source is quite direct. Basically, let's give him a job to keep him busy so he doesn't cause other problems. Containment, sort of.
The Jade Emperor agrees, issues the decree, manage the peach garden.
And Wukong, according to the text, he's actually happy. He arrives cheerfully. He thinks it's a promotion.
Yeah, he asks, what's the reward? He's pleased. He has no clue what this garden really is yet.
No idea. And he's eager. The source says, Wukong couldn't wait. He goes straight there. Meets the local earth god, the immortal gardeners.
And the garden itself, wow. The text describes it as tuwung. Just lush, vibrant fruit everywhere. These magical-looking peaches like demo brocade pellets and rouge.
Beautiful descriptions. But the real kicker, the thing you really need to grasp from the source, is what the earth god tells him about these peaches.
Okay, lay it on us. What's the deal?
Well, they're not just fruit. They're like the power source of heaven. The earth god explains there are 3 kinds. First lot, 1,200 trees. They ripen every 3,000 years. Eat one. You get immortality, feel light and strong. Pretty good start.
Okay, 3,000 years. Already impressive. What's next?
The middle 1,200 trees, they take 6,000 years. Eating those grants you ascension, flight, and eternal youth. So that's the text says.
6,000 years. Getting serious now. And the last ones.
The final 1,200 trees. These take, wait for it, 9,000 years to ripen.
9,000.
9,000 years. And eating one grants you a lifespan equal to heaven and earth, synchronized with the sun and moon. Basically, ultimate immortality.
Good grief. That's not just a peach, that's cosmic power in fruit form.
Exactly. And the text makes sure you know. Kaltichin, cultivated by the Queen Mother of the West herself, specifically for her big banquet.
So Wukong's basically been made the guardian of heaven's most potent, most valuable resource.
Yeah. And at first, your source says he's overjoyed. He even stops his wandering social life to focus on the garden, visiting every few days.
But he's still Wukong. And those peaches, they look good.
They look very good, especially the ripe ones. And that urge hits him, the text says, just wants a taste, sample the goods.
But he's got an entourage, right? The earth god, the workers, his own officials.
Yeah.
They're always there.
Always watching. So he needs a plan. The text says, shoo. He comes up with a little trick.
What does he do?
He tells everyone, hey, I need a break. Gonna rest in the pavilion for a bit. She, the source calls it, tells him to wait outside.
Ah, okay. Clever. Create some privacy.
Exactly. And the moment they're gone, text says he whips off his official hat and robes, scampers up a big tree.
And helps himself.
Helps himself to many ripe peaches. Eats them right there on the branch. No fuss, no ceremony, just pure enjoyment.
And this isn't a one-off, is it?
Oh no. The source is very clear. Every few days, he pulls the same trick. Sneaks off, climbs up, gorges himself. Especially on those super potent 9,000-year ones.
He's literally eating heaven's reserves of immortality juice. Okay, this can't end well.
Well, it certainly sets the stage for the next big event. Wangmu Nyanyang, the Queen Mother, decides it's time for her famous Sasha the Grand Peach Banquet.
The very banquet these peaches are grown for.
The one and only. Held at the Jade Pond, and she sends out her team to collect the fruit.
Who does she send?
7 fairy maidens. The text even details the colors of their robes: red, blue, plain, black, purple, yellow, green, each with a basket.
A rainbow of fairies off to the garden.
They arrive at the gate, but protocol kicks in. The attendants stop them. Sorry, the great sage equal to heaven is in charge now. We need to tell him you're here.
Makes sense. But Wukong's not exactly easy to find when he doesn't want to be.
Exactly. They look around, find his clothes and hat neatly folded in the pavilion. But no Monkey King.
Where is he this time? Still up a tree.
After his latest peach binge, he'd shrunk himself down. Turned into a tiny 2-inch figure.
2 inches. Where was he?
Fast asleep, right on a branch tip, hidden under thick leaves. Sleeping off the peaches, probably.
Okay, so the fairies are stuck. They need peaches, Queen Mother's waiting, Overseer is missing, presumed napping.
They're in a tough spot. Scared to go back empty-handed, scared to be late. The attendants, maybe knowing Wukong's ways by now, suggest, look, just go pick them. We'll explain later.
Risky, but what else can they do? So they go in.
They start picking. First the 3,000-year ones, couple of baskets full. Then the 6,000-year ones, same deal. But then they get to the main event, the 9,000-year trees.
What do they find?
They find the branches, sparse. Not many flowers, not many fruits, especially ripe ones.
Uh-oh.
The text tells us exactly why. Stale see? Turns out Wukong ate pretty much all the ripe ones already.
He cleaned them out. Those thousands of years of waiting, gone in a few snacks.
Almost. They scour the branches and spot just one left. A single peach, half red, half white, on a branch facing south.
The last one. So they go for it.
They do. The green-robed fairy pulls the branch down. The red-robed fairy carefully picks the peach. And then they let the branch go.
And the branch snaps back up.
And wakes up the tiny 2-inch Sun Wukong, who was sleeping right there.
Oh boy. Bad timing. His nap is disturbed.
Very disturbed. He instantly pops back to his true form, whips out his golden hooped rod. The text as it flashes becomes bowl thick, and he is furious.
What does he yell?
How dare you steal my peaches? He sees them with the fruit, assumes they're thieves.
Okay, from his perspective, maybe understandable, but still. Scary fairies facing an angry Monkey King.
Totally terrified. They drop their baskets, kneel down immediately, and try to explain. We're the Queen Mother's fairies. Sent for the banquet peaches. We couldn't find you. Please forgive us. The whole story spills out.
Does he calm down?
Here's the pivot point in the text. He hears the word banquet, and suddenly his anger turns to interest. Say, the source says, anger turns to joy, or at least curiosity.
The party. He wants to know about the party.
Exactly. This is where it gets really revealing. He asks them, who's invited to this banquet?
And why is this guest list so important?
Because, as the fairies list the attendees, the text is basically laying out the absolute power structure of heaven. It defines who's in, who matters.
So who is on the list?
It's the top tier. The text mentions Buddha, Bodhisattvas, holy monks, arhats from the West, then the 5 elders of the 5 directions, Guan Yin, Chang Holy Emperor, the immortals of the 10 continents and 3 islands, Xuanling, yellow-horned great immortal.
Wow, specific names. Heavy hitters.
Definitely. Then the 5 Dipper constellations, deities from the upper, middle, and lower 8 caves. So the 3 pure ones, the 4 emperors, Tai celestials, the Jade Emperor gets another mention here. Underworld officials, sea and mountain gods, earth immortals.
It sounds like everyone important.
Pretty much. All gods, great and small, from every palace. It's the definitive A-list of the cosmos as described in this source.
Okay. The fairies lay out this exhaustive list, and then Wukong asks the question that changes everything.
The million-dollar question. Simple, direct. Am I invited?
And the answer? Please tell me they say yes.
The source gives their honest, and for Wukong, brutal reply. We haven't heard anything about that.
Ouch! A polite no, or at least a you're not on this list.
Exactly. And Wukong's reaction, his logic, according to the text, is clear. Wait a minute. I'm the great sage equal to heaven. I should be an honored guest, a BD. How could I not be invited?
He sees it as a massive snub. A denial of his entire status.
Completely. The fairies try to soften it, saying, look, this is just the buja, the old custom, the usual list.
Yeah.
We don't know about this year's specific invitations.
But Wukong sees through that, right? He accepts they might not know.
Right. He says, no wonder for you all. It's reasonable you wouldn't know for sure. But for him, the message is received. He decides he needs to investigate.
His words.
Tess, just I'll go check it out myself, see if I'm invited or not.
Okay, so he's going to crash the party planning stage. But what about the poor fairies?
Well, Wukong needs to make a quick exit, and he doesn't want them raising an alarm. So the text says he uses a spell. Twists his fingers, chants the words.
What kind of spell?
An immobilization spell.
Oh no, he freezes them.
Instantly. The text describes them, wide-eyed, staring blankly, frozen solid right there under the peach tree.
Yikes. 7 frozen fairies and Wukong.
He's off. Jumps in a cloud and heads straight for the Jade Pond, presumably to find out why he wasn't on that all-important guest list.
Well, he spots this show, the Barefoot Immortal arriving, and he is on the guest list.
Okay.
So Sun Wukong thinks fast, really fast. He spins this yarn, tells the Barefoot Immortal that the Jade Emperor himself was so impressed with Sun Wukong's speed that he's ordered everyone going to the banquet to meet first at the Hall of Universal Brightness for a rehearsal.
For Peach Banquet. That's bold. Did the Immortal buy it?
Well, the Barefoot Immortal is a bit skeptical at first. He asks, why aren't we meeting at the Jade Pool like usual? That's the normal pre-party spot.
Right.
But Sun Wukong is so confident, and he drops the Jade Emperor's name. It plants that seed of doubt, and the Barefoot Immortal, being quite proper and respectful of authority,
He goes along with it.
he decides it's probably best to just head to the Sai like he was supposedly told. It kind of shows you something about how things worked up there, doesn't it? Respect for the hierarchy, even based on a lie.
Very clever maneuvering by Wukong. So, okay, one guest successfully diverted. What's his next move? He doesn't just leave it there, does he?
Oh no, he takes it up a notch. He uses his shape-shifting powers, transforms himself into the Barefoot Immortal.
No way.
Yep. And then he heads straight for the actual party location, the Dawn.
And what's it like there?
The description in the text is incredible, really vivid. It talks about these amazing fragrances, dazzling decorations, mythical creatures everywhere, phoenixes flying around,
Wow.
precious things like cheia, golden flowers, jade calyxes, just pure celestial luxury.
And the food. I remember reading about the food. It's wild.
Oh, it is. The menu is just out of this world, literally. You've got dragon liver, che, phoenix marrow, bear paws, orangutan lips.
Seriously exotic stuff.
Absolutely. All these rare delicacies laid out on this incredibly ornate furniture, like the Phoenix Crimson Cloud table. Just imagine.
An epic feast, no questions.
Oh.
Is anyone else there yet?
That's the key thing. When Sun Wukong gets there, disguised as the Barefoot Immortal, it's actually empty. The other guests haven't arrived.
So he has the whole place to himself.
Pretty much. Which gives him plenty of opportunity to look around and maybe indulge a little.
Uh-oh. I sense that famous curiosity kicking in again. This isn't going to end well, is it?
Well, it certainly escalates things. He smells something else that catches his attention. The booze.
The celestial brew.
Exactly. He finds the spot where they're making it. There are celestial officials, laborers, artists, and attendants, all busy brewing up Uru, that's the jade, liquid, and precious nectar, and fragrant fine wine, the good stuff.
And our Monkey King, being who he is,
Mm-hmm.
he can't just walk past that, can he?
Not a chance. The text says his mouth literally starts watering. He has to taste it. But, the workers are still there.
So how does he handle that? More magic.
You guessed it. Another clever trick. He plucks out some of his hairs, a classic Sun Wukong move, chews them up, spits them out. They turn into lion, sleep-inducing insects.
Seriously. Sleep bugs.
Yep. And he sends them buzzing towards the workers, who just keel over fast asleep.
Incredible. Talk about clearing the bar. So with everyone out cold, he helps himself.
Oh, he does more than help himself. He goes all in, samples the fancy food, and then really hits the celestial wine. Drinks quite a lot, actually, right there among the jars and vats. The term used, awe, suggests he gets pretty hammered.
Okay, so he's drunk, surrounded by unconscious workers, having crashed a party he wasn't invited to. Does he start to think, maybe, just maybe, this was a bad idea?
Eventually, yeah, a bit of clarity starts to cut through the wine haze. He realizes, okay, when the actual guests start showing up, this is gonna look really bad, like really bad.
Understatement of the century.
Right. So his first thought is, I should probably get back to my own place. But he's drunk.
Oh no. A drunken detour in heaven. Where does he end up?
Instead of his own residence, the Hishu, he kind of stumbles accidentally into the Uchita Heaven Palace.
Wait, isn't that Lao Tzu's place? The big Taoist deity?
The very same. It's way up on the 33rd heaven in this realm called Arya, the Heaven of Surpassing Sorrows. Quite a wrong turn.
Wow. So what does he do? Does he just turn around?
Well, he's surprised at first, but then he thinks, hey, I've been meaning to visit Lao Tzu anyway. So he figures, why not pop in now? He goes inside.
And is Lao Tzu there?
No, turns out Lao Tzu is off giving a lecture somewhere else on the Muji, the Vermilion Pill platform, to a bunch of other celestial bigwigs.
Leaving the palace empty. Specifically, the pill room.
Exactly. The pill refinement room is completely unattended, and right there, next to the furnace. Guess what Sun Wukong finds?
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. It's not the pills, is it?
It is. 5 gourds, full of chew. Golden pills of immortality.
Oh, man. These are like the ultimate prize, right? Even better than the peaches.
Way more potent. These are considered the absolute pinnacle of immortal treasures. And Wukong, what does he do? Does he think about the consequences this time?
Let me guess. Huh. How does he justify this one?
Well, the text says he recognizes them instantly as the supreme treasures. And then he starts rationalizing. He thinks about how he understands alchemy, both inner and outer kinds, and how he's always wanted to make pills like this himself, but just hasn't had the time, you know?
Uh-huh. Busy schedule, being the great sage and all.
Right. So seeing them just sitting there, unguarded, he decides he should just try a few to see what they're like. His words.
Try a few. Yeah, right. How many does he actually eat?
All of them. All 5 gourds. The description is amazing. He eats them like eating fried beans. Just shovels them down.
Like popcorn at the movies?
Yeah.
He just consumed the most powerful elixir in existence like it was nothing.
Pretty much. And it's probably around this point, as the effects of the pills kick in and the wine starts wearing off, that the full crushing weight of what he's done hits him hard.
Yeah, I bet. Fixing fairies, impersonating immortals, crashing parties, stealing booze, and now nicking Laos's entire supply of immortality pills. The Jade Emperor is not going to be happy.
Not even slightly. He realizes the trouble he's in is monumental. The Jade Emperor's wrath is going to be immense.
So, time to run.
Absolutely. Time for a strategic withdrawal. He decides fleeing back to the mortal realm is his only real option now.
Does he just sneak out the way he came?
No, he chooses a different route. The Haus, the Western Heaven Gate. And he uses an invisibility spell to make sure nobody spots him on the way out. Smart move.
And where's he headed? Back home.
Back to his base, yeah. Flower Fruit Mountain.
Must have been quite a sight, him showing up back there after all this. What was the reception like?
Oh, his followers were overjoyed. The Haas, his 4 main generals, and all the demon kings from the 72 caves, they were all there, practicing their martial arts.
And they see him return.
Yep, they immediately stop what they're doing, kneel down, just thrilled and relieved he's back safe and sound.
Does he tell them what he's been up to? The full story.
He does, and you can bet there's a fair bit of boasting involved. He recounts the whole thing, getting the title, managing the peaches, crashing the banquet because he wasn't invited, stealing the wine.
And the pills. Does he mention the pills?
Oh, yeah. He tells them about pinching Lao Tzu's golden pills, too. The whole glorious, chaotic saga.
How did that go down with the monkey demons?
They were absolutely ecstatic, cheering him on, celebrating his audacity. They immediately start putting together a big welcome home feast for him.
Nice. What do they offer him? More coconut wine.
They do. They bring out Lily coconut wine in a big bowl. But here's the thing. After tasting that heavenly nectar, the dadat...
Let me guess. The coconut wine tastes kinda... meh.
Exactly. Underwhelming is the word. It really hits him, that contrast between the mortal stuff and what he just had up in heaven. He's been spoiled.
So what does he do? Complain about the local vintage?
Well, he does better than that. He tells his followers, hey, back at that Jade Pool place, there were tons of jars of that amazing heavenly wine left. And he says, you guys haven't tasted it yet. So he makes them a promise. He calls them like fellow villagers, emphasizing their bond.
And the promise is...
I'm going to go back up there right now and steal some for all of you so you can try it, maybe even get immortal yourselves.
He's going back After everything he just did. Is he serious?
Dead serious. And he does it immediately. Zips back up to the jade pool where the workers are presumably still asleep thanks to his sleep bugs.
Unbelievable.
Grabs a whole bunch of jars of the celestial wine, brings them back down to Flower Fruit Mountain, and they all have this massive party sharing the stolen heavenly booze.
Wow.
After Sun Wukong's, let's call it his tour of the Celestial Palace, the immediate fallout, the consequences in the heavens.
Yeah. Well, the first really detailed account comes from the 7 immortal maidens. You know, the ones who were supposed to be picking the peaches.
Ah, right. What horror story did they bring back to the Queen Mother?
Well, imagine. They get to the garden, ready for the banquet preparations, and bam, there's Wukong. Their report says he actually questioned them first, finding out who was on the guest list.
Figuring out who wasn't invited, probably, like him.
Almost certainly. And then he hits them with a freezing spell. And they make a point of saying this wasn't quick. It took a whole celestial cycle Ine for them to thaw out.
A whole cycle, wow. So they were basically stuck, helpless, for a really long time. And the peaches.
Ransacked. Gone. They reported all the big ones, the really prized peaches, were completely missing. Most of the medium ones, too.
Oh, man.
All they managed to salvage were, like, 2 small baskets of little peaches and maybe 3 baskets of the medium ones. A disaster for the banquet.
So the Queen Mother hears this frozen staff, interrogation, missing main course. I bet she wasn't pleased. What's her next step, according to the text?
Straight to the top. She goes directly to the Jade Emperor to report it all. And, you know, while she's still talking, other officials start arriving.
With more bad news, I take it, like the caterers.
Yep. The attendants, who were in charge of the wine, and others, they show up reporting total chaos at the actual banquet site. Place turned upside down.
And the refreshments.
All gone. Every drop of the jade liquid and celestial wine tando.
Yeah.
And all the fancy food, the 8 treasures and 100 flavors, old chew. The entire feast.
Peaches, wine, food. This wasn't just random vandalism, was it? It sounds targeted, deliberate.
It definitely seems that way. But then things escalate. It's not just about the banquet anymore.
Okay. Who shows up next?
The 4 great heavenly masters arrive,
Mm.
and then a really big gun. The supreme Taoist patriarch, Taishan Laojun himself. The emperor and queen mother actually go out to greet him personally.
That sounds serious. He wasn't just dropping by for tea, was he?
No, far from it.
Right.
He reports directly to the Jade Emperor that something incredibly important has been nicked from his palace.
Which was?
His 9-turn elixir.
Mm.
And this wasn't just, some leftover potion. It was specially made for the elixir origin gathering. Highly potent, super significant stuff.
9-turn elixir. That sounds powerful. How does the Jade Emperor take that news? The text mentions his reaction, right?
It does. It specifically says he felt, which is like fear or maybe awe, a kind of shock. Stealing heavenly booze is one thing.
Right, bad manners.
But stealing Laojun's ultimate elixir, that suggests a whole different level of ambition and, frankly, power grab. It clearly spooked the emperor.
So he's dealing with theft, disruption, and now this potentially power-altering elixir theft. Then comes another report, kind of pointing fingers.
Yeah, that one's from the officials back at Wukong's own fancy residence, the ET. They turn up saying, basically, boss hasn't come home. Said he went out just wandering around yesterday and hasn't been seen since. It's gone AWOL.
Convenient timing. After hearing about the peaches, the wine, the elixir, now the prime suspect is missing.
Exactly. And the text notes this adds to the emperor's suspicion. The dots are starting to connect. But it's the next report that really seals it, showing the sheer nerve involved.
The Barefoot Immortal, right. What happened to him?
Yeah, he shows up, probably looking pretty confused and annoyed.
Yeah.
He says the Queen Mother had invited him to the banquet. But on the way,
He ran into Wukong.
he did, and Wukong spins him this elaborate yarn,
About a decree.
a totally fabricated one. Wukong tells him the emperor has issued a special order. Everyone has to go to the Hall of Enlightenment, first for some preliminary ceremonies before heading to the main banquet.
And the Immortal bought it.
Hook, line, and sinker. It sounded official enough, coming from the great sage equal to heaven, so he changed course, went to the Hall of Enlightenment.
And found... zip.
Nothing. Nada. No emperor, no ceremony, nobody. He realized Wukong had completely duped him, used the emperor's name to trick him, and made him miss the whole party.
Okay, let's just recap from Heaven's point of view here. You've got maidens assaulted and frozen, peaches stolen after an interrogation, all the banquet wine gone, Laodun's ultra-powerful elixir stolen, sparking fear. Wukong himself is missing, and he's actively impersonating imperial orders to mess with high-ranking guests.
It's a pattern. It's not just theft anymore, is it? It's undermining ritual, it's challenging authority, it's blatant deception using the emperor's name. It's a massive insult.
Yeah, widespread, deliberate chaos. And the emperor's reaction at this point, when the trickery is confirmed.
That seems to be the last straw. The text says, and it even greater shock and just immense fury. He finally sees the full picture, the audacity of it all.
So no more doubt, Wukong's the guy. What's the immediate command from the very angry Jade Emperor?
He calls in the Inspector Spirit official. Law. The order is clear. Go, investigate, find out exactly where Wukong is, and confirm everything. Get the proof. He goes out, does his checks, and comes back confirming it. Yes, the great sage equal to heaven is definitively the one responsible for the entire disturbance in the Heavenly Palace. All those reports, all him.
Right. Confirmation secured. One monkey responsible for this epic level of chaos. So, Heaven's response, pretty overwhelming. What does the Jade Emperor decide?
He decides to bring the hammer down. Hard. The order goes out. Mobilize a massive heavenly army. Send them down to Flower Fruit Mountain, Chidaya, Wukong's home turf. Surround it. Capture him. No more messing around.
And who's leading this charge? Not just some mid-level commanders, I assume.
Oh, absolutely not. Top brass. The 4 great heavenly kings are put in charge, along with King Laya, the pagoda bearer, and his son, the powerhouse Prince Neza.
Neza, wow, okay. Just sending him as vanguard says a lot.
It really does. But it's the sheer size and composition of the army that's staggering. The text actually lists who's involved.
Yeah, like who?
It's like a who's who of the celestial realm. You've got the 28 constellations, the 9 luminaries, the 12 cycles, the 5 directional revealers, 4 duty divine officials, east and west star gods, north and south, 2 gods, the gods of the 5 sacred mountains, and 4 great rivers.
So deities representing cosmic forces, directions, time, mountains, rivers, basically everyone.
Pretty much. All the heavenly star lords, too. It's like they emptied out entire departments of the celestial bureaucracy.
And the numbers. Does it give a number?
It states it very clearly. 100,000 heavenly soldiers. 100,000.
100,000 against one monkey.
And they're told to use a specific formation. Acti nets of heaven and earth, designed for absolute, inescapable capture.
Total containment. Wow. The description of them setting off the text makes it sound pretty dramatic, doesn't it? The poem, too.
Very. You get this imagery of yellow wind rolling, darkening the sky, and purple mist surging, covering the ground. It's not just an army marching, it's like a cosmic storm descending.
A force of nature, almost.
And the poem explicitly says why this huge force is needed. It's only because the demon monkey deceived the emperor that all these saints and hosts have to come down to the mortal world. It links it directly back to Wukong's specific acts of defiance and trickery.
And the poem reinforces the command structure, too.
Yes. Mentions the 4 kings in overall command, Neza leading the charge. Just like the main text, lists all those different types of deities. Again, constellations, stars, mountains, 6 Gia spirit generals, all mobilized.
And when they get to Flower Fruit Mountain, what do?
They make a very grand entrance. They stop the clouds and bring down the mist, descending right onto the mortal world. Then they set up camp immediately, right in front of Flower Fruit Mountain. No subtlety here. They are making their presence known. Big time. Water Curtain Cave when the 9 constellation deities arrive. And right off the bat, the accusations are pretty heavy, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Not just minor stuff.
No, definitely not. We're talking stealing the peaches of immortality. I mean, the name says it all, right? Immortality.
Big deal.
Huge. Then stealing celestial wine, crashing the peach banquet, which is a major event.
Right.
And even nicking Laozi's elixir. Laozi, a hugely respected figure, and apparently enjoying some imperial wine, too. It's quite the rap sheet.
It paints him as, like, a total rebel, completely ignoring heaven's rule.
Exactly. It shows his disregard for that whole celestial hierarchy.
So you'd think, okay, facing these divine cops, Wukong might be a little worried, maybe sweating a bit.
You would think.
No, he's just chilling, hanging out with his demon kings, his generals. Almost like, someone's knocking, turn up the music.
Yeah.
Woo! Which is roughly, today we have wine, today we get drunk, don't worry about who's right or wrong at the gate.
Wow.
Ooh, Jenna, sort of like, let's just enjoy today, forget about achievements for now.
It's that initial nonchalance again. He's just living in the moment, enjoying himself.
It's kind of wild how dismissive he is, even while they're like literally breaking down the gates.
It really is. And that's so core to Wukong, isn't it? His own rules, his own desires first, consequences, maybe later. That calm doesn't last, does it?
No, it doesn't. The second report is way more frantic. Total panic.
What do they say this time?
Those 9 fierce gods broke the gate down. They're invading.
Okay, gate crashed. That changes things.
Drastically. Now he's angry. The text says he calls them something like these unruly hairy gods. So disrespectful.
Hairy gods, I like that.
Yeah. And then he says, I wasn't going to bother with them, but how dare they come here to bully me?
So crossing the threshold was the trigger. It became personal.
Exactly. The actual invasion of his home turf, that's the line.
But that flips instantly, right? The second they actually breach his cave, that water curtain cave.
Yeah, the moment it gets real.
The playful Monkey King vanishes, and bam, you see the power, the fierce protectiveness.
Right. Because when the text calls them 9 fiendish gods, when they actually get inside.
He doesn't waste a second.
No hesitation. He sends out his own crew, the one-horned Demon King, the 72 lesser Demon Kings.
And his 4 main generals, with Wukong right there too.
But even that initial pushback, it isn't quite enough, is it? They get stopped at the bridge.
They get held up at the Iron Bridge, yeah. Which kind of sets the stage for Wukong himself to step up.
And that's where we really see his power.
Oh, absolutely. That command, open the road, it's got real weight to it.
And the description of his staff.
Yes. The Rui Jingu Bang. As thick as a rice bowl, 12 feet long, it's iconic.
More than just a stick, for sure.
It's a symbol of his might. And he just goes in and basically swats the 9 constellations aside, defeats them single-handedly.
Wow. And these aren't just like low-level guys, right? These are actual deities.
Significant figures, yeah. So him beating them so easily is impressive. It sends a message.
And they even admit it. They go back to Li Tianwang. He's a big commander in Heaven's army.
That's right. Li Jing, the pagoda-bearing heavenly king.
And they basically say, boss, this monkey is tough. Like, exceptionally brave.
They acknowledge his skill, yeah. Guoshi Fan Xiaoyang, indeed exceptionally brave, they realize this isn't going to be simple.
Okay, so if Plan A, sending the 9 constellations, failed spectacularly, what's Heaven's Plan B?
Well, escalation. You bring in bigger forces.
Makes sense.
So Li Tianwang sends in the heavy hitters, the 4 heavenly kings.
Okay, the guardians of the cardinal directions. Big deal.
A very big deal. And not just them, but the 28 constellations too.
The whole group.
The whole group. It's a massive show of force. It really underlines how seriously Heaven is taking Wukong's defiance now.
But Wukong, is he scared? Is he intimidated by this huge army showing up?
Doesn't seem like it. He just confidently leads his own troops out of the cave to meet them head on.
And the description here, it's amazing. You can really picture it. Cold winds, eerie mists.
Yeah, it's a real mood. And the contrast between the 2 armies.
Right. Heaven's forces have these, like, bright, colorful banners.
The fake guy. Flying color.
Versus the gleaming spears and halberds of Wukong's side.
It paints such a vivid scene. The order and discipline of Heaven, rolling helmets, gleaming armor like colliding silver chimes, or ice mountains pressing down.
Wow.
Compared to Wukong's more eclectic forces. Broadswords, spears, halberds, bronze swords. A real mix.
All arrayed against Wukong and his one iron staff.
The Rui Jingu Bang, yeah. It stands out.
And the battle itself sounds absolutely insane. Like, apocalyptic.
It really does. In the air, no birds flew. In the mountains, tigers and wolves fled.
The whole environment is just reeling from the fight.
Whipping up sand and stones, turning heaven and earth dark. It emphasizes the scale and intensity. This wasn't just a skirmish.
No way. It says they fought from morning, Chenchi, like mid-morning.
Right, from the Dragon Hour around 9 a.m.
All the way until sunset. Non-stop fighting.
Incredible stamina on both sides.
Yeah.
But eventually, the sheer numbers, maybe the divine power of Heaven's forces, it starts to make a difference.
Uh-oh. How so?
The one-horned Demon King and those 72 other Demon Kings.
Oh.
They get captured.
Ah, okay. That's a blow. Losing leadership like that.
It is. And after that, Wukong's 4 main generals have to pull back. They retreat with the remaining monkeys into the water curtain cave.
So things are looking kind of grim for Wukong's side.
They are. But Wukong himself, he's still out there.
Yeah.
Still fighting.
By himself. Against who?
Against the 4 heavenly kings, Li Tianwang himself, and even Prince Neza.
Neza, wow, he's a powerhouse too.
Exactly. So Wukong is holding off all these major figures alone. It just shows his incredible individual fighting skill.
But even he can't keep that up forever against those odds, right? Especially with night falling.
Right. So he pulls out a trick, a really clever one.
I guess. Involves his hair.
You got it. He plucks out some hairs, chews them up, spits them out, yells, "Buy 'em, change." And suddenly there are thousands of identical Sun Wukongs, all with iron staffs.
Whoa. Instant army of clones.
Pretty much. It completely throws the Heavenly Army into confusion. They're suddenly overwhelmed.
I bet. How do you fight thousands of monkey kings at once?
Exactly. It forces them to retreat, at least temporarily. It's a brilliant tactical move, buys them some breathing room.
Okay, so he wins that round, sort of, and he heads back to the cave.
Yeah, he goes back to the water curtain cave.
Yeah.
And the scene there is really human, almost.
How so?
His four generals meet him, and they're both crying and laughing. It's this mix of, terrible grief for the demons who were captured.
Right.
But also just immense relief and joy that Wukong himself is okay, that their king is safe.
That makes sense. The emotional toll of war, even for demons and monkeys.
Absolutely. And Wukong's reaction is interesting, too. He's quite philosophical about it.
Really? How?
He basically says, look, victory and defeat are common in war. He even quotes a saying, something like, to kill 10,000 enemies, you lose 3,000 of your own.
Huh. So he accepts losses as just the cost of fighting.
It seems so.
Yeah.
At least he frames it that way. It suggests he understands the brutal math of conflict.
But does he seem upset about the specific demons captured? The one-horned king and the others?
Well, his wording is telling. He calls them tigers, leopards, wolves, insects, badgers, deer, foxes, and civets.
Ah. So basically just various animals, not his core monkey family.
Exactly. He emphasizes that none of his kind, the monkeys, were harmed or captured. His main loyalty is clearly to his own brethren.
Got it. But he knows this isn't over, right? He knows heaven isn't just going to pack up and go home.
Oh, definitely. He's under no illusions. His immediate thought is defense, planning the next step, relying on his great divine power for a counterattack.
So he's regrouping, planning, not defeated, just preparing for round 2.
Precisely. And interestingly, the heavenly forces have a similar debrief.
What do they figure out?
They tally their captures, all those various animal demons, but they specifically note, we didn't capture a single monkey spirit.
So they realize they got the cannon fodder, maybe, but not Wukong's actual followers.
Exactly. They know they haven't broken his core strength yet.
So what's their plan then?
For now. Set up camp. Tighten the siege around Flower Fruit Mountain. Reinforce the encirclement.
And get ready for battle again tomorrow.
Yep. The conflict is paused, but far from over. Both sides are digging in for the next day.